Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our show brought to you by Tennova Healthcare. First-rate quality health care. Emphasis on care. I have firsthand experience with Tennova, and what stands out is the personalized care you get. From the doctors to the nurses to the people who greet you at the desk, I guarantee you won't feel like you're a number at Tennova. Tennova Healthcare. Learn more at Tennova.com. Want to welcome in the next member of our VFL panel, VFL Sterling Hinton is with us.
Sterling, back, John P.
Sterling, Jacob, Daniel here. I want to talk very quickly. We'll start with Jacob. You were on, and I forgot, let me put this out. I had forgotten. Daniel went to 2 bowls, the Music City and that Chick-fil-A Bowl.
Yep.
And you went to 2 bowls. Your first one was with the Music City Bowl.
Yep.
All right, so let me ask you, though, about Butch Jones and how he handled it last year, how the preparations went. Coaches fall anywhere along that scale, okay? They fall anywhere from business trip to have a vacation, let the kids have some fun. Where would it slide? Daniel said 90% business. Is that right?
It's pretty accurate. Maybe not 100% accurate. Coach definitely wants us to have fun. He definitely wants everybody to enjoy the trip. You work all year to get these wins so you can go to a bowl game. And you get a little bit of money. You get to go down there, have some fun. But overall, Coach knows that we're here to win the game, and he's not going to do anything to jeopardize that. Our curfews were reasonable. We weren't out till 3, 4 a.m.
What was your curfew?
I believe we had one night past midnight. The rest were about midnight.
Okay.
And
In comparison to that, when we played in the Chick-fil-A Bowl game, which
Under Kiffin,
we lost pretty heavily. We had one night that our curfew was 3:30 a.m. We had another night that our curfew was about 2 a.m. So just to show a little comparison.
And I'm guessing the coaches didn't make curfew. In terms of the practices, you get 15 of them. How hard were they? Were they just like regular practices, or did they crank it up a notch?
It almost now, not the same, but it almost felt like camp there for about a week. That first week of bowl practice, I kind of thought after the Music City Bowl with Dooley, I was like, okay, we'll ease into it. It'll be all right. We came out, 18, 19 periods. That's, almost a 2-hour practice of just hitting each other. And so for the first week, we beat the crap out of each other.
What it is, Jacob can't remember the Music City Bowl practice because we had a 2-a-day with Dooley.
But we didn't do it immediately. We waited on the 2-a-day, but I remember it.
But it was that 10 through 20 day to December. We had 4 days. It was camp practices. It was a 2-a-day, 1 practice. I think it was another 2-a-day.
Sterling, you went to a bowl every year you're at ET except for '88, and almost made it with that comeback the back half of the year. Almost made it to a bowl then, but you saw how important those extra practices are for the growth of a program in terms of young guys and in terms of backups. How important is that?
It's incredibly important for the young guys. I mean, it's almost like an extra camp. It's almost like an early spring for the young guys, and even to get continuity amongst the players that are coming back the next year. Those extra practices they're priceless. So I always enjoyed bowl practice. We never had 2 days, but we definitely had some lengthy practices.
Well, what was you were under Coach Majors? What was in terms of, we've heard the Dooley, Kiffin, and Jones story. What were the curfews like then, and how was that handled? Business or pleasure?
At the bowl site?
Yeah.
Oh man, we had fun, baby.
Okay.
We had a whole lot of fun. We didn't even have curfew until 3 to 4 days before the game. So, baby, we had a good time. I say that. Knock, knock, rack, rack.
Hey, let me ask you this one, Jacob. You told us in between segments. Butch Jones kind of let you off the leash. One night when you actually went into the city?
We had 2 nights in the city. Our curfew wasn't super late, but we had 2 nights to go out and have a good time. There were sometimes though that we were locked in the hotel. There was no
and you were 30 minutes away from Jacksonville.
They put us at the Sawgrass TPC, wonderful hotel, beautiful. But they locked us up in there at least 1 or 2 nights. Before the game, it was real serious. It felt like an away trip.
Well, here's the thing: it worked.
Yeah,
it
worked.
Now, the interesting thing moving forward, though, is like I say, all of these coaches have their own theory on how to do it, and nobody goes 100-0 and 100% in bowl games. So one year, what worked for one team might not work for the next, but it's going to be interesting to watch. It certainly worked last year. Go ahead, guys.
I will say, I think the most important thing that this 15 practices gives you is, because we've all been on teams where you don't practice from December until January when you come back for those workouts, and it's hard to understand how much you lose in terms of conditioning, strength, and everything else. So that's what this main thing is. It's just maintaining that strength so that when you start hard again in January, you're building back where you were, not trying to recoup what you lost.
Great
Jacob?
point.
I just want to say two things. The first one is one, now that they're down in Jacksonville, the practice won't be very hard. At least I hope. I broke my hand the very first practice down there last year.
Broken hand, torn ACL.
So I think he's going to back it off a little bit and kind of keep it a little lighter. And another thing I want to say is that once we got down in Jacksonville, the mood kind of changed, but he still let us have a lot of fun. And I think he's changed it up even this year, because that was the first bowl game for pretty much the whole team besides like 5 of us. So I bet it'll be different this year.
Very good. Last question, very quickly, just kind of a thumbs up, thumbs down. He brought the team back on Christmas Eve, had them practice on Christmas. Thoughts? Thumbs down on practice on Christmas.
I loved it.
I liked it.
Really?
got-
Would you guys have liked it if you were? Oh, you're both local guys too.
I'd
You're
been
both
fine.
local
I had
guys.
Christmas
I
morning.
I loved it because, again, you keep the guys here, you keep them focused, because there's nothing more important right now than to get to 9. For what Coach Jones wants to do, for where this program needs to be next year, you've got to get to 9.
And that's a week out. I mean, we have 1 day of
Right.
travel, so that's your 7th day leading up to the game. That's a very, very important day.
Well, why not report on Christmas Day? I'm just
Give up 1 day.
hey, everybody's got their way. Hey, I love Coach Jones, what he's doing. I'm not going against my coach. It's his way, he wanted to do it. But my humble opinion says, no practice on Christmas, man.
I noticed.
Walmart's not open on Christmas.
I noticed Jalen Hurd put out a tweet yesterday. Hey, who gets to practice on Christmas? Got my hand up. Yeah, he's really excited about it, it seemed. All right, when we come back, unbelievably, this is the 30th anniversary of the magical 85 season and that 86 Sugar Bowl win over Miami. We'll look at the Vols' wins in bowl games over the last 30 years. We'll rank the top 3 coming back on the Sports Source.